Greetings to class 10 students. Again, I have come up with another video on the factors of production. In this video, we are going to study the following topics. That is, we will be studying about the meaning of labor, efficiency of labor, factors affecting efficiency of labor, and reasons for the low efficiency of labor in India. Now let us start today's lesson with the meaning of labor. By labor in economics, we mean all human efforts of body or mind which are undertaken in the expectation of reward, popularly known as wages. So, what do you mean by labor? Labor normally means all those efforts of human beings that can be of body or of mind, and that are normally done in order to get something in reward. So, that monetary reward is known as wages. There are two types of labor, they are mental labor and the physical labor. Mental labor are those work done by the humans with the help of brains, with the help of knowledge, skill, talent. So that is what is known as mental labor. On the other hand, we have the physical labor. Physical labor are those physical works that are done by the limbs of humans, that is, by the hands and the legs of humans. So, that is what is known as physical labor. Now, let us understand the another topic, that is efficiency of labor. Efficiency of labor implies the productive capacity of labor. It indicates the capacity of a laborer to do more work or better work during a given period of time. Efficiency of labor normally means the productive capacity, or how much production laborer can do within a certain period of time. Usually, efficiency of labor are expressed in terms of three things, or we normally have three aspects whenever we consider the labor. That is the quantity of work done by a worker. The second thing is the quality of the product produced by a worker. And the third aspect out here is the time taken by a worker to produce a certain amount of commodity. So, lesser the time, greater will be the productivity, higher the quality, better will be the efficiency, and higher the quantity of commodity produced, higher will be the efficiency. So, that is how the efficiency of labor are calculated or estimated with the help of these following three aspects, that is quantity, quality, and time. Now let us move to the factors affecting efficiency of labor. What are the factors upon which the productivity of a labor depends? The first one is the racial and hereditary qualities. So the efficiency of a worker also depends upon the racial and the hereditary qualities. Racial and hereditary qualities out here means race means the community, and hereditary means we get the quality from our forefathers. So some of the qualities or the efficiency of labor we get from race, and we also get it from our forefathers. If our parents are intelligent and hardworking, then obviously the children will also inherit this quality. As a result, he will become more efficient and productive. If we take an example of Indian economy, or India, then we can see that Punjabis are more stronger than Bengalis. Similarly, South Indian are more efficient in the mental work than the North Indians. So these are some of the examples of racial and hereditary qualities. The second one is the climate. So the climate also affects the efficiency of labor. So whenever a country has a hot climate, that will affect the efficiency or the productivity of the labor, as The labor in the hot countries cannot work for longer hours and they won't be more efficient than the labor in the cold countries. So, climate also affects the efficiency of labor. The third point is standard of living. So, better the standard of living will make the labor mentally and physically strong, which increases the efficiency. Now, let us move to the fourth point, that is education and training. There are two types of education. They are general education and technical education. General education usually broadens the knowledge or outlook of labor and makes him more responsive and makes him more efficient. On the other hand, we have another type of education, that is technical education. Technical education are those education which makes the worker specialized and efficient in the work. So this is how education and training also influences the productivity of a worker. The fifth point is experience. So beside education, the experience of a worker also makes him more efficient. So higher the experience of a worker in a particular job, higher will be his efficiency in that work. The sixth factor is working condition. The working condition also affects the productivity or the efficiency of a worker. If a worker is working in a condition where there are fresh water, safe drinking water, adequate light, canteens and recreation activities, then that will obviously affect the efficiency of a worker positively. The seventh factor is the level of wages. We all know that always the worker gives his work or gives his labor in the expectation of something in reward. So that reward is known as wages. So always the wages impacts the efficiency of a worker. So higher the wages, higher will be the standard of living and greater will be his efficiency. Whenever a person earns higher wages, then obviously he will have a better standard of living, in the sense that he will have a good sleep, he will have a good house to live in, he will have a balanced diet. So in that way he will be mentally and physically strong. As a result, his efficiency in the work also increases. Now let us move to the eighth point, that is duration of work. So the duration of the work also affects the productivity of a worker. So uh, longer the duration of a work usually reduces the efficiency of a worker. So it is normally suggested that the proper duration of a work for a worker is from 6 to 8 hours per day. The ninth point is machinery and equipment. So the types of machines and the tools that the worker is using also affects the productivity of a worker. If a laborer is provided with the modern and the advanced machines or equipments, then obviously the efficiency of a worker will be high. But if a trained and educated employee is provided with the outdated, with the worn out machines, then also the productivity decreases, because he does not have the modern and the advanced technology to use his knowledge and the skill to produce more. So machinery and equipment also influences the productivity or the efficiency of a worker. Now the 10th factor is the moral qualities. The worker's efficiency also depends upon his moral values. If a worker is dependable, responsible, honest, and dutiful, then his efficiency in the work will always be high. On the other hand, if a person is irresponsible and is dishonest and does not come on the work on time, then the efficiency of that worker will be less. The 11th factor is the organization. The efficiency of the worker and the organization are also interrelated. If the organization provides timely raw materials, machinery, equipments, and tools and good working condition, then the efficiency of the worker will be high because he will be motivated to work for properly. So as a result, his efficiency in the work will increase. So there is a great or a direct relationship between the organization and the efficiency of a worker. Now let us move to the 12th point, that is employer and employee relation. So the efficiency of a laborer also depends upon the relationship of employer and employee. If the relationship between these two people are friendly and sympathetic, then the efficiency of the employee will always be high. So if there is a uh, if there is a peaceful and a cordial relationship between these two people, then obviously the productivity of a labor will be high because the employee will be motivated to work for more hours and work for work efficiently. So that is why the relationship between the employer and employee is very important. Now let us move to another topic, that is reasons of low efficiency of labor in India. We know that our country is a very big country, and there are cases where the labor's efficiency is really very low compared to the other developed countries. So there are various reasons for it. There are altogether six reasons which we will be understanding out here. The first one is the hot climate. So normally in India we have the subtropical climate, which makes our climatic condition very hot. So this is one of the reason why the labor or the workers are not able to work for more hours. As a result, the efficiency of Indian laborers are really very low. The second reason is the low wages. The wages of Indian laborers are really very low in comparison to other countries. As a result, the standard of living of these people are also very low because they are not well nourished, they are not mentally and physically strong. So, as a result, they are not able to give their 100% in the work that they are doing. So, this is the second reason for the low efficiency of labor in India. The third reason we can say is the incongenial environment. So the working condition is also very important for a person to work in any occupation. So the Indians are working in such a condition which is very unhygienic. The facilities of canteen, safe drinking water, recreation and relaxation are not available. So as a result, it is adversely affecting the productivity of Indian labor. The fourth reason is the poor technology. The technology status of our country is very poor. We are using the old and the outdated technology. As a result, even if the laborer are educated and trained, they are not able to increase the productivity of the labor. The fifth reason is the migratory character. Indian laborers, as we all know, they are they are migratory in nature, in the sense that many workers in the industries, they are into the agricultural work. So uh, whenever what happens is that the Indian workers or large population of the Indian workers come to work in the factories only at a time when there are no production of agricultural crops, and whenever the time comes for them for another agricultural crop, they again go to the villages for their agricultural work. As a result, they are not able to give their 100% in different industries because they migrate from one place to another. They come to villages, they come to towns at a time when there is no agricultural crops that they are farming. So that is one of the reason why the Indian laborers are not efficient. The sixth point is education and training. It is seen that the Indian workers do not have proper education and training, which has affected the efficiency of labor. We know that our people, the laborer or the workers in our country are uneducated and not trained. So as a result, this is adversely affecting the efficiency of Indian labor. So these are the following reasons for low efficiency of labor in our country. So we have come to the end of this video. I hope whatever was taught right now was clear to you. Thank you everyone for watching.